I saw the sun go around me 360 for 24 hours, right? Like I'd be like, okay, this matches the globe. It doesn't match the flat Earth.
I've got a cattle rancher in Texas that will pay for the entire trip. Let's do it.
So just to clarify, there will be one globe earther and one flat earther whose all expenses will be covered to go to Antarctica for however long the experiment takes. Is that right?
That's right, yeah.
So then why can't we go and just see it for ourselves?
Well, let's just see if they'll let us.
Oh, they will let us. I've already checked into it.
Right.
They'll absolutely let us.
Well, let's go.
If you thing happened at the South Pole and the 24-hour sun was seen, would that convince you the Earth was a globe?
Yeah, it would be a major problem for flat Earth for sure. I've said that on record 100 times.
No, piece of shit. You're pushing the wrong sun and the wrong celestial bodies. These are mean celestial bodies, made for the globe and for celestial navigation. They are only a concept.
You're right. If it's exactly the same as it is in the north, that matches the globe perfectly and not a flat Earth.
No, scumbag. It not matches the globe. It matches the celestial data. Retard.
Okay, no, I was just wondering. Do you think that is the position of the majority of flat earthers?
Yeah.
No, idiot. Only the flat earthers that have been brainwashed by your club. Piece of shit.
They have the 24-hour daylight. Weird, guys. We have 24-hour daylight, not sunlight, by the way.
Flatsoid, you make big claims for a dude that has never been to Antarctica to observe the sun. The reason they do this experiment is because of you and those other circling sun chills. Don't you understand that, idiot? You're pushing the wrong shit, Flatsoid. What if they observe a circling sun at Antarctica? Huh? If they find a circling sun, are you going to trash your biblical cosmology model, Flatsoid, which is totally wrong? And are you going to apologize for being deceptive because you pushed the wrong model for years and years and years? Or maybe it's better to delete your channel because it's full of bullshit. You not speak a single truth other than bullshit. Piece of shit.
Jaren, do you agree that that is the position of the majority of flat earthers, that if the 24-hour sun was confirmed that that's a problem?
Yeah, I mean, I think I need to see it.
You need to see it. I thought you already seen it on those time lapses from Antarctica. The final experiment is based on your claims, Jarenism.
What they do is they never let you see 24 hours a day. They never let you. They cut the tape, they edit it, and Jaren of Jarenism actually has emails from them asking, why are you cutting the video? And they give him these stupid explanations.
I called them and asked them, why don't you have one full day rather than have the entire summer season with not one full day? I said, I would rather see one full day than 30 or 40 or 50 or 60 half days. And they said, oh, we don't have the bandwidth. Yeah, I mean, I think I need to see it.
There are some videos from Antarctica showing more than 300 degrees shadow. Why don't you use these? And how do you know these are taken from Antarctica? That is appealing to authority, don't you think so?
And in that debate, Dean Odell actually challenged Greg Locke, and he said, if we want to, essentially prove this once and for all, he said, you and I just need to go spend a week in Antarctica and see if the sun does a 360 above our heads. And then Dean Odell said, if it does, the Earth is a ball.
Dean Odell thinks he can see a star on 25,000 kilometer distance at night through daylight.
And let's see if the sun does a 360-degree circle all the way around us. If so, it's a ball.
Dean is not speaking for me. and for many other flat earthers.
This is the final experiment that we need to do.
It's not an experiment, idiot. And where is Oakley when you need him? I've not seen him cover this. It's not an experiment.
And so it was essentially boots on the ground at that point, full steam ahead. Let's make this happen.
Yeah, he's not the only flat earther with that opinion either. Got on camera, Jeranism straight up saying that if that happens, the Earth's a globe.
No, idiots. That means my place is way more special than presented.
Austin Whitsitt danced around the answer, but he at least said that it would be a big problem for the flat Earth.
That matches the globe perfectly and not a flat Earth.
What happened to your azimuthal vision? You've been pushing all the time. You're an idiot and a scumbag shill. This scumbag pushing the circling sun, which is not even a real sun, which only exists on paper, that's made to make the globe go round and to do celestial navigation with. So you place that on the flat Earth. That's it. It's conceptual, retard.
Flat Earth David Weiss, he said that a 24-hour sun in Antarctica doesn't work on a flat Earth.
David Weiss is full of shit and is a scumbag shill, and he's setting up the flat Earth for many years for this moment, piece of shit.
And he pretty much said it would prove the globe.
No, idiot. Water is still flat, even when you observe a circling sun somewhere. So that means when we observe a circling sun at Antarctica, David Weiss and Jeranism's videos are all worthless. What a clown show.
So yeah, I think you're right. It is an amazing opportunity to actually put a nail in the flat Earth.
He likes it, just like me.
That is the point of science. That is the point of doing experiments.
No, it's not an experiment. And you know what is funny? All these flat earthers, Weiss, Jeranism, Flatzoid, they all believe in celestial navigation.
Now I know you make the claim that celestial navigation only works on a flat Earth.
Yep, definitely. That's how it works.
And the celestial data say there are circling suns in the south. It's simple. If there are no circling suns in the south, you cannot even do celestial navigation below the 60 latitude south. So according to these circling sun clowns, like Flatzoid, celestial navigation only works on a flat Earth, but observing a sun at 140 degrees southeast is impossible. That's kind of selective. If they say they can observe it, then that whole circling sun that is circling between the tropics got destroyed.
Now I know you make the claim that celestial navigation only works on a flat Earth.
Yep, definitely. That's how it works.
These liars cannot even get their stuff straight, and people don't even see it. What a morons.
Is to test hypotheses, and so we're going to be testing a pretty big one down there.
I bet you guys love to test that big one down there. Pieces of shit.
Yeah, I will tell you, I've watched a ton of Jaren's videos. I've watched a ton of Austin's stuff.
I'm sorry.
A ton of Flat Earth Dave stuff.
That means you've been brainwashed by these fake flat earthers. And you've been brainwashed by the globe. You're double brainwashed, piece of shit. And why you don't watch a ton of my videos? Destroying these shields and the bullshit.
And I actually think they're genuine.
Hold on. Genuine, you say? Do you say that for the flat earthers? To make them genuine? Because none of the globers think they are genuine. Only you?
And see kind of who wants to go. So one person from each side will be covered.
No, we can send 4 people. According to this piece of shit on the left, there was a cattle rancher paying for the trip for 2 people.
I've got a cattle rancher in Texas that will pay for the entire trip.
Let's do it.
And then if you want to go and pay your own way, the cost is about $31,500 per person.
Okay, so you pay for 2 people. And then we have this cattle rancher in Texas. So that makes 4 people. Who are you going to take?
You can do it for $31,000. You can join them on that day if you want to, front the money up.
Using apps like Stellarium, Suncoke, and that kind of shit is free.
Right.
And that includes the flights and the lodging while you're there and food and everything else. It is expensive.
$31,000.
But it's actually a really good deal when you look at how expensive it is to fly into Antarctica.
You can fly to Ushuaia for like $1,500 per person. And then you can show these guys the sun is not circling between the tropics. Not between the tropics. Like I showed 10,000 times in the past 8 years. So, and again, these flat earthers believe in celestial navigation, so they must believe in this.
Now I know you make the claim that celestial navigation only works on a flat Earth.
Yep, definitely. That's how it works.
Don't you think you are full of shit, Flatsoid? When you're listening to yourself? Jeez.
So just to clarify, there will be 1 globe earther and 1 flat earther whose all expenses will be covered to go to Antarctica for however long the experiment takes. Is that right?
For how long this experiment takes? What you think of a 24-hour retard?
That's right, yeah. And it will be 5 days in Antarctica. And the reason this is important is we know for sure there will be at minimum 1 flat earther and 1 globe earther there.
You mean 2 people that pretend to be flat earther and globe earther for many years? Ah, okay.
And anybody else that signs up will just be a bonus.
Do you see what they are doing? They're setting up a scam to destroy the flat earth. I can be totally wrong, of course, but this is what I see. I don't think they're going to destroy the globe. It's all a setup, and they're doing this for like 8 years, setting the flat earth up for the big blow. And if you don't see that, you're a moron. If you support those people, you help it with destroying the flat earth. Do you understand that, retards?
Let me get it back. That's not gonna work. So, if you watch these flags as they go around, you'll start to notice that they cut every day. Let me show you. Okay, so we're trying to watch the shadow just to get a 24-hour circle. Watch these shadows. They keep resetting. Here it comes, and then you'll see it reset.
They cut out 10 hours.
Here comes reset. Here comes reset. Now, but watch these flags. You can see the shadows. They come around, and then they cut. Come around, and then they cut. Every single time. Now, the sun looks like it's coming like this to me. See how it goes this way? So
yeah, corkscrews around.
It's antarcing.
Well, I think it's antarcing like this way. Not you're thinking it goes behind our head, but if it goes behind our head, why don't we see the shadows come around there?
Why you ignore and block people that try to sending you links of shadows that do 360 degrees Jeranism? Oh, I have a guy here at my channel showing a playlist. So Jeren, and Bob and others several times dismissed it. Mountain Station, Antarctica, December 18, 2019. I see the sun here. Mountain Station, 67 latitude south. The sun is above the horizon all day long. And its lowest point is when the sun is at 180 degrees. And this is its highest point, with an altitude of 45, almost 46. So the sun is here. So now we can see the shadow straight across the sun. Let me magnify it. So we can see the shadows here. And we can see the time here. So the sun have done about 180 degrees. It's now right behind us instead of here. So that's about 270 degrees. Let me go back. Then we saw it here go down. And then it stayed down for 3 hours according to this clock. And then it come above this mountain ridge again. So we see it here. And then it pops up here again. So that's like 3 hours according to this clock. Let me move forward step by step. The sky keeps the same lightning. So this must be its lowest point, 180 degrees. So it goes down here, goes up here. That's like an observation of 315 degrees. You can see the sun for 315 degrees in the sky at the 67th latitude south. So we can assume if this mountain ridge was not in the way, we could see the sun for 360 degrees in the sky. Just like the data show. Mountain Station, Antarctica, December the 19th, on the 67th latitude south. Sun is all day above the horizon. And the sun is at its lowest point at 180 degrees. And this is the mean data that tells us this virtual sun is traveling over the Tropic of Capricorn. Oh look, when I do this, these two locations in the time zone of +5 hours are not triangulating, as you can see. these are not pointing to one single sun, according to the data. And that's why the globe claims parallel lines to the celestial bodies. They clearly not point to the same sun. This is what the data show when we model it up. These are the 3 hours. I could not see this sun behind this mountain ridge. And then you can see it for 315 degrees, according to the shadow. Why are these clowns appealing to this one location and assume and claim there is no sun visible for a while? Well, they never been there. Why you not appeal to that other video, Jerenism?
If you believe that there's a dome, because the sun is lighting up the dome, lighting up the sky.
And we can explain this on a flat earth. It's called reflection of the dome.
It makes perfect sense, and we can do experiments and show you how when the source that we call the sun gets near the outer edge, the light actually wraps around, wraps around, right? It makes no sense that they can't show us the 24-hour sun going around.
Oh, you mean like in Antarctica? They have the 24-hour daylight. Weird, guys. We have 24-hour daylight, not sunlight, by the way. And that's more for internal reflection than it is for a globe.
All these flat earth shills pushing the same crap. Internal reflection instead of an observed sun.
There's no video of the 24-hour sun on the winter solstice. There's none. You may think there is, but there's none. I said, yes, there is. And I thought this too. And it's been 6 years. I haven't found one yet.
That's strange. You guys have thousands upon thousands subscribers. And you're supposed to be so smart. And you could not find one with a 360-degree shadow. Huh. You should not block people or ignore people that trying to show you.
This is called internal reflection. This is why I laugh when the people say, oh, but on your flat earth map, you know, on your flat earth model, why do you have light at Antarctica 24/7? There we go, internal reflection on the dome. It's been explained many times.
Explained many times, Flatsoid. No, this is not an explanation of what we see in the sky. And again, the reason they do the final experiment is because of videos like this that are deceptive. Flatsoid, do you understand that? You are a deceiver.
Unless you're living at the Arctic Circle, where there's sunlight, daylight constantly, and not sunlight.
How do you know, Flatsoid? You ever been there? You cry about globers when they talk about space. And then you say you cannot confirm it because you never been there. Retard.
Because you don't see the sun. There's a difference between daylight and sunlight, guys. And by the way, that is more for the flat earth model and the firmament than it is for the globe, because it's internal reflection.
Internal reflection fixes everything, just like gravity for the globe. Flatsoid, are you going to delete your videos when they observe a circling sun? Let's see what Flatsoid have to say about that final experiment.
So yeah, so guys, their whole thing is built on deception, and I can see this backfiring in their face big time, big time.
Tell us, Flatsoid, how would it backfire? It only would backfire on guys like you, and David Wise, and Jerenism, and the rest of the circling sun pushers. How you gonna explain this to your viewers, Flatzoid? This is a huge thing. Do you understand that, Flatzoid? It makes biblical cosmology impossible. And according to the Bible, everything starts with the biblical cosmology. And if that is fake, Jesus also must fake. Do you understand that? It's a chain reaction, idiot. Do you understand, Flatzoid? When people observe that circling sun at the south, that makes you a false preacher. And you were so convinced from yourself all these years.
So yeah, I'm not going to push it because it's deceptive. I don't push deceptive things.
Yes, you do, Flatzoid. You do that all the time. Last 6 months I made about 15 videos about you. And you not had a single rebuttal. And if Sean Hawkins or any other baller makes a video about you, you're going to jump on it like a fly on a turd. You pretend to be a tough guy. Come after me, piece of shit. Coward.
This whole final experiment, that's not an experiment, by the way.
It's an observation.
It's based on deception, and it's literally just a way to try and deceive more people.
How do you know they are going to deceive us? Until now, you're the only one trying to deceive us. With your claims of not seeing the 24-hour sun at the south. Well, you never been there. Don't try to cover your ass, Flatzoid. It's way too late. You're going down.
You note that I did say this to FTF as well, that the globers have to figure out the difference between what the sun is and what daylight is.
Flatzoid, if I was you, I would wait after the experiment before you make more and more and more and more claims. You are an idiot.
Just because they see daylight doesn't make it the sun.
Flatzoid, why do you keep destroying celestial navigation on a flat earth? People don't observe sunlight with a sextant. They observe a sun in the predicted direction. Do you understand?
Is there? And we can explain this on a flat earth. It's called reflection of the dome.
So, this clown never been to the south? Make claims about domes? Do you have more retard claims, Flatzoid?
If they have an issue if they go there and they don't see the sun 24 hours.
How do you know? Oh, I know. Because Witchit told you he knows somebody that was in Antarctica and not observed a 24-hour sun. Okay.
That's it. I mean, one of the evidences is like from the sun you get a shadow. Daylight you don't tend to get shadows, do you?
Mm-hmm. And also notice, guys, they want to go on a certain time when it's like supposed to be the best for the globe.
The best for the globe. So that means there is a circling sun present anywhere you look south. That's interesting, Flatzoid. And why it would be the best time for the globe? Not the best time for our special flat earth, Flatzoid. I don't understand you. Do we have only two choices, Flatzoid? The biblical flat earth model and the globe. Okay.
But why do the people in the south see the same stars if you're in South America and South Africa at the same time?
Let me guess. Internal reflection.
You see the same, the Southern Cross at the same time because of internal reflections. Just like you have a light source, it's the internal reflection.
Amazing, that internal reflection. It can light up the whole outside of the dome and make stars duplicate themselves everywhere you look south.
That's something I've been also trying to explain about why we see the stars and things the way we do, with the internal reflections. Now, as I said, according to the flat earth model, those stars would be inside the dome, so it'd have internal reflection. So it would literally, to my vantage point, the stars would look south to me, and to their vantage point, the stars would look south to them.
So this tiny light dot in the dome is visible on two locations because of internal reflection. Nobody can experiment it. You can use a glass dome and putting a light source, a tiny light dot on it, and see if the dot appears anywhere in the dome. Are you kidding me, Flatzoid?
But it's at this exact same location, just reflected internally and through the dome. I don't know if, so I think it was even Action Lab that did it at this stage. There we go. You can even see this internal reflection. You see that how the optical fibers are giving internal reflection. It actually lights up the whole glass. There we go. There.
So this must be representing your biblical flat earth, Flatzoid. Can you show us how the tiny dot of light, called a star, pop up anywhere you look south when it's dark? Can you explain that, Flatzoid, and experiment that?
Just reflecting off through the dome on the flat earth, you could say, and that's why we can see the same stars at the same time.
Jeez, these religieflurfs are totally demented, and they are the big problem on this earth. We need to get rid of them soon as possible.
America, if you're in Australia and look at the night sky, and you will see different constellations of stars, shadows of two same size sticks placed in different places.
Okay, well, first do the stars one.
Yeah, first do the stars one.
Yeah, the reason you see the stars is because it's location based. I don't know why they still bring this up.
Yeah, why they bring this up all the time?
If I stand on one side of the street and I see a tree.
So, you're going to explain the stars, and then starts with the tree. What kind of imbecile are you? Stars have nothing to do with trees, idiot. Oh, it looks like Flatzoid got stuck in his words and starting something about trees, but you have no clue what he needs to say. That's why that other piece of shit, Sovereign Souls, jump in to explain it.
Do you expect someone on the other side of the street to see that same tree?
Yes, unless that other person is blind.
Well,
It's crazy.
it's the road right in front of my house is oriented north and south. Okay, and if I'm looking out my window and I see a car headed north, he's going from my right to my left. Now, when I go across the street to get my mail and I turn around and watch that same car go by, he's still going north, but he's now going from my left to my right.
Jeez, these religiefleurs are totally out of their minds. Comparing trees and roads with the directions of the stars, especially when the stars are circling in their dome. What a morons.
Okay, and if I'm looking out my window and I see a car headed north, he's going from my right to my left.
Okay, let's see if that works with stars in the dome. So this guy at night, seeing the stars move from left to right.
Now, when I go across the street to get my mail and I turn around and watch that same car go by, he's still going north, but he's now going from my left to my right.
And then this guy twists around. And then you still see the stars going from left to right. Oh my God. Jeez.
And not from my right to my left.
It looks like your retards are wrong again. Everything is wrong about your biblical cosmology, retards.
Did north and south suddenly change?
No, it means something like mental retardation. Jesus Christ. You guys are bullshit pushers. And I can't get enough of you. You are my gold mine. Retards.
No, it didn't. No more than the stars start going from west to east. They don't do that. They go from east to west. And if you're looking south, they're going to be going from your left to your right. If you're looking north, they're going to be going from your right to your left.
Okay, let's do it again. Let's pretend this is flatsoid. In South Africa, looking north. So according to the biblical cosmology model, flatsoid can see stars at a distance of 25,000 kilometers. And the best thing is, you have to see that through daylight. Of course, when it's night at this place, on the opposite side is daylight. Seeing the stars circling in a dome from left to right. And now flatsoid twist around. And see the stars going from left to right. Left to right. Left to right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And you cannot use celestial navigation to navigate on a flat Earth. It doesn't work.
Celestial navigation is flat Earth.
I love it when flatsoid confirms without really confirming it. The sun is not traveling between the tropics. Celestial navigation is flat. And we don't observe the light. We observe the sun. Pieces of shit. I love it when you debunk your own bullshit. Clown.
This is the best map that we have. It's the Gleason's map. It's used for navigation. The sun migrates in between the two tropics. Anything inside the Tropic of Cancer is the Arctic area. You like that?
Clowns.